before I even get to that interview, actually, one of the things that I noticed in the conversation that she had on her show about the comments that she had about women and women specifically on the red carpet and the things that she had to say. I think she had mentioned like Julia Fox. I think
Zoe Kravitz showing her whole butt crack, all of that.
Megan Thee Stallion. And by the way, I just want to say, as a lesbian, women, please,
baby, please keep it up.
Come on this red carpet. We
baby,
love
y'all
to
look
see
good,
it.
and you know what?
Y'all look good.
Y'all look empowered
beautiful.
as fuck. Y'all look like beautiful. Y'all are doing it for your goddamn selves, and not for no nigga.
God.
We
Wet
love
dreams,
it,
y'all. Wet dreams.
Okay, keep it up.
Keep it up. Rewind.
We love it.
So one of the things I noticed in her commentary was, yes, about y'all don't leave anything to the imagination, yada, yada. But one of the things that really stood out to me, especially about Megan Thee Stallion, is she said, Megan, I listen to your music.
Right, WAP and all of that. I
listen to your music, WAP and all that, and I really enjoy your music, yada, yada, yada. And the thing that I found most interesting about that is, so let me get this straight, Sherri.
Yeah.
Shepard.
Yeah.
So you listen to this woman's music where she talks about sex and the things she likes to do to her body and the things she likes to have done to her body. And you play that in your car, like you said, but you have a problem with how she shows her body.
Right.
How she shows up in her body in public. So that's the thing that you have a problem with. But you don't mind blasting the music in your car.
And Megan done already told y'all, the people talking about my body, this pussy ain't for none of them. So get off my dick, okay?
So there's that. So I just found it very like hypocritical of her to even mention that in the same sentence.
Right.
That you're
So you telling me you listen to wet ass pussy in your car,
right?
But she can't get out here and have pasties on her nipples?
That part.
Get out my face.
I just found that very interesting.
Get out my face.
But so anyway, so this same woman then has Jonathan Majors on her show.
Correct.
And is asking him about his movie and yada yada, and touches on this whole abuse topic. And Jonathan, how did you feel when you got convicted? What kind of question is that?
And prefaced it with, we can't talk too much about it, but it was just the gentleness and the softness of how she talked to a convicted abuser. Right. And at no time
but you didn't bring up the question of Jonathan that you brought up when you were shaming the women, which is interesting, which is, Jonathan, little boys emulate you, so why are you out here in the streets abusing women?
You didn't bring that up
when you brought it up with women. Why are y'all out here dressing like that when little girls emulate you? So it's interesting because you didn't say any of that.
These women haven't abused anyone. And they're not harming anyone.
Shame Jonathan, though.
But you didn't have that to say.
You didn't have that same energy with Jonathan. You didn't
not at all.
You didn't shame Jonathan.
No,
in front of his face.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't have any shame to give him, actually. You had nothing but forgiveness and hand-holding.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
She really did coddle him. She really did coddle
the problem.
Him. Yeah.
Y'all, older Black women and white women, I mean, I think this is just across the board, but I definitely know in our culture, little boys are coddled in a way that allows them to not have to take accountability
100%.
when they do wrong.
100%.
And the way that y'all drag little girls that then grow into women that y'all continue to drag is very different.
And the point that she's trying to make, which is cover up, is like, so, modesty is not a survival skill.
Baby.
Sherri, modesty is not a survival
Women
skill.
in turtlenecks and skirts down to their ankles will not stop abuse at the hands of men. Do you know that Black women are abused at the hands of Black men predominantly? Yeah. Those are our abusers?
Yeah, it's kind of shameful that that's the stance that she took at her age, because what is she, 50 something?
She's got to be in her 50s. And I know she even brought up, she was talking about when she put on her auntie wig, her crooked ass auntie wig, to talk about what women should and shouldn't be doing.
Not her crooked wig.
Because she had to, it was on crooked. If she talking about putting on an auntie wig. Yo, auntie wig already on.
Sherri, straighten your mouth and your irresponsible wig,
okay? Period. But when you put that on, you said, well, back in my grandma's day, they said, how they say, leave it to, your men want to have something to the imagination. We're not doing this for men.
But we're not dressing for men. And Sherri, your grandmother, if you're 57, your grandmother was born around 19.
They was in horse and buggies. Like, what are you talking about, Sherri?
1910. And you're still also carrying this generational shaming through and through. Women. So you were shamed, and so you're going to continue. So what you're choosing to do is continuing to shame?
Yeah.
Women?
Yeah.
That's what you're choosing on your platform?
On your big ass platform. This is where the irresponsibility comes in. And actually, Jonathan should have been shamed. Yeah. There is nothing wrong. And I know y'all gonna be, I get it. White men and black men, they need to lose things equally. I get that.
Yeah.
But y'all still need to lose things. There is punishment that should come when you do wrong. Especially when you abuse people. I don't understand where this disconnect happens, that y'all don't think people should be punished, especially black men who abuse women.
Especially because the abuse is so much about power, control, and entitlement. So when we don't allow them to have the punishment, we continue to allow them to feed the power, control, and entitlement.
That's it. Because
that's exactly what we're doing.
You get Diddy up here on a camera after the footage comes out.
Only after, by the way. Only after. Because do y'all remember, do you remember when he was on the live? Like, y'all I can't wait until the truth comes to light because I didn't do it, and 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 I didn't do it. And then the video of Cassie.
You know what that just reminded me of? Blink. Everybody go watch that fucking movie. It's like the Get Out of sexual assault. It's like if you took out the racism out of Get Out and put in sexual assault, it's that. But there is a scene with Channing Tatum's character he's an abuser. He's clearly an abuser. That's not a spoiler. But he sits in a chair and he basically is like, I'm sorry. 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 He just says it over and over and over and over. And then he just like, he's done. That's it. And then he smiles. It's like, because that's what y'all want. Y'all just want me to say I'm sorry. And then I go back to being a millionaire and abusing more people.
Yeah. And we kind of settle for it.
And we settle for it. We allow it. And this was it was like, wow, Sherri, you couldn't give a better example of this. Of how our culture does.
Yeah.
We shame women who have done nothing wrong but be empowered in their bodies and own their own bodies, own their sexuality for themselves. Again, centering their own pleasure, centering their own bodies.
Right.
But nah, you still think in your mind that their bodies are for the male gaze.
Right.
That's your problem in your head, Sherri. You still think that that's for the male gaze when them women are clearly out there dressed for their goddamn selves.
Right.
But now when an abuser comes out here, you ain't got shit to say.
Nothing.
You ain't made that boy take no accountability.
Nothing. Not even a mention. Not even a mention.
It's disgusting. It's not actually disgusting.
It's just, that's the part that kind of...
That's why Nia Long almost put them hands on
Well, yeah. I mean...
I don't know why.
Put them paws
on you. I don't know why that happened, but girl, if Nia would have went at your ass, I wouldn't even been mad. Because what are you doing?
Sherri and any other person, whether it's...
Y'all better rethink these ideals that y'all got swirling in your head.
Covering up, or being modest, or don't dress like this, or there's any of those things, having the idea that equals safe.
It's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. It's actually been proven to be not true. It's actually been proven. It's factually not true.
So how many other times do we have to say this? Like, I don't get it. Because even Felicia Rashad, and this is another person who stood 10 toes down behind Bill Cosby, another abuser. I know we all love Felicia Rashad and she miss Claire Huxtable. I love it the same. But it's like she went on a Breakfast Club again. I know everybody was like, oh, she dropped so many gems. She also dropped some bullshit. She also talking about girls not wearing enough clothing nowadays, and I wish they would just cover up. Same shit, same tired ass shit that Sherri said. Leave something to the imagination for these men. Baby, we not doing it for the men. And how many more times do we have to tell y'all? It got nothing to do with them. And even if they put on more clothes, y'all keep standing behind abusers.
It's just the point. I think the more that I hear, even as we talk about it, the more that I hear even us talk about the word clothes, it's like it just distracts from the problem. Like, stop addressing the wardrobe. Start addressing the wolves. Like, period.
Please.
That's like I don't need any other woman ever again to talk about clothing or
and
put
what
on
somebody
nothing.
had
Start
on.
addressing the actual problem, which is why do men feel so entitled to fucking harm women? Period. That's it. Honestly, that's the conversation.
And start there.
That's the
conversation. Start there the next time you wanna have something to say and you wanna put on your auntie wig.
Because anything else
start
is
with why men abuse women
Period.
all the goddamn time.
Period.
And hey, guess what? We love men over here. So please bring the men who do not abuse to the front.
Front of the line.
Bring them to the front of the line. We want to support those men. Put the abusers to the back of the line.
Stop supporting
and let them go sit down somewhere and fucking heal. Because I'm telling you right now, what Jonathan Majors on his fucking press tour talking about, he's done so much healing in the Bible and
let me get this straight, because I want to just do a timeline. Let me just ask you a serious question, Shiloh. You've had breakups. I've had breakups. I mean, I just want to do a serious timeline. I just want to think about this. So you mean to tell me, you want me to believe that you had some legal battles.
Because you abused your girlfriend.
Gone through court. Done fought a case. Got convicted. Got blackballed. Tried to fight your way back. Met a woman. Fell in love. I don't know how long that takes.
Right.
Got the nerve and got the gall up to propose. I don't know how long that takes. Done introduced her to your family and your friends. Done figured out how to get married and found locations and done all the things. Booked a motherfucking movie. Shot the motherfucking movie. Did all of that and doing all the things. And you done did. Oh, by the way, got all the way healed. You did that in
You got all the way healed.
You did that in 24 months. Brother, please.
Why he over here talking about his brothers and his sisters and Coretta Scott King and MLK and all of that bullshit? I need you to go to the back of the line, like I said, go sit down and really fucking heal, because can't nobody really be healing out here doing press runs. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I feel like you're gaslighting me.
You are gaslighting us, Jonathan, and we are tired. Like, we're tired. I'm tired, okay? Go sit down. Bring the non-abusive men to the front.
We got T-Hugs for you.
We got T-Hugs for you.